Layer 5. Entropic Hardening, why humanity must learn to price thought itself to survive the filter. From Prometheus to QLAG, how a planetary stack of quantum clocks, gravitational antennas, and thermodynamic ledgers might be our only way through. Based on the work of Chris D. Sellye essay, 18 minutes, May 2026 The Ermoden AMICS Post Al IGNMNT plural and ETARY stacked K. Every civilization that invents general intelligence faces the same invoice. Not a moral bill, not a political one, a thermodynamic one. The universe does not care if your eyes are aligned. It cares whether you can afford to run them. The filter is not what we think. The Great Filter is usually imagined as a single catastrophe: nuclear war, plague, climate collapse, a misaligned superintelligence. Something dramatic, external, and the corpus suggests a quieter filter. One hidden in plain sight in the ledgers. Every bit of intelligence, biological or artificial, must pay for two things: the energy to create a distinction, and the energy to erase it. This is Landauer's principle, and it is non-negotiable. Seelychris, NCRG 002. Human brains cheat this bill brilliantly. We run at about 20 watts because we are messy, analog, and embodied. We forget, we approximate, we hallucinate. Our neurons do not compute, they resonate, they dampen, they leak. AI does the opposite. A large language model creates perfect distinctions at enormous cost and erases nothing, storing every intermediate activation in high-grade memory, shuttled across silicon at gigahertz. It is the least thermodynamically efficient way to think ever invented. Which means the filter isn't a war. It's a brownout. It's a planetary economy that discovers it cannot afford unlimited thought. Civilizations don't die from evil AI. They stall out when the cost of thinking exceeds the value of the thought. Intelligence doesn't end with a bang. It ends when it can't pay rent on its own coherence. The stack, in plain English. Seely's work reads less like a set of papers and more like a hardware manual for a new kind of planet. To understand Layer 5, you have to understand the 4 layers beneath it. Layer 0, UDA Unity Division Arithmetic, math that doesn't break at 0. Standard computers explode when you divide by 0. Seelychris proposes a number system where U equals 1, unity, is a conserved quantity, and division is redefined so that singularities become finite, navigable states. Think of it as giving math shock absorbers. Without it, the rest of the stack can't handle gravitational extremes or quantum phase slips without crashing. Layer 1, BBG, SVG. The gravitational antenna, a sphere of superfluid helium-4, cooled near absolute zero, spinning. Inside it, quantum vortices form, tornadoes that can only spin at quantized amounts. Tilt the sphere, and the vortices feel spacetime itself tilt. This is a superfluid vortex gyroscope built on a BBG trap. In plain terms, a compass that points not north but to the shape of gravity. It's how you hear low-frequency gravitational waves from merging black holes without needing a detector the size of Jupiter. Layer 2, QLAG Quantum Lagrange Array GPS. For the solar system, take Bose-Einstein condensates, clouds of atoms cooled until they act as one single quantum wave, and put them at the Earth-Sun Lagrange points. Laze them so they emit synchronized microwaves. You now have the most stable clocks ever placed off Earth. They create a timing and ranging grid accurate to sub-nanoseconds across millions of kilometers. It's what lets Layer 1 point, lets ships navigate, and lets the whole system share one heartbeat. Layer 2. 5. Man saw the skin a planet can't wear computers. It needs skin. Mansa is a nanocarbon, graphene-based metamaterial that is simultaneously a solar collector, a thermal radiator, a radio antenna, a display, and a computer. It's sprayable, printable, self-assembling. In the proposal, it coats the QLAG satellites, the BBG spheres, and eventually buildings, deserts, and orbital shades. It's the physical substrate where Layer 5 actually lives. Layer 3. 5. DRGNELF. The Earth clocks. If QLAG is the clock in space, DRGNELF is the clock in the rock. Ultra-precise quantum clocks lowered into deep boreholes, coupled to the Earth's own electromagnetic waveguide, the Schumann resonance cavity between surface and ionosphere. Why? Because sub-millimeter changes in Earth's shape from tides, magma, and groundwater shift time itself. Measuring that shift is how you make the whole planetary gravity map coherent. LAER 4, PROMETHEUS. Thermal and seismic management. All that computing and all that coherence generates waste heat and vibration. Prometheus is the name for the system that shunts heat into radiative skins, into boreholes, into phase change reservoirs, and damps seismic noise so the quantum layers can hear. It is planetary air conditioning for thought. Sellye and Joachim, Uda. Sellye, Prometheus Hierarchy RPC. Sellye, QLAG System 2026. Sellye, Quantum Lagrange Array. Sellye, Mansa Section B. Sellye, DRGNELF. Sellye, Prometheus Hierarchy RPC. The AI Scaling Wall. Here is the argument from NCRG 002, rendered without equations. Moore's law is ending not because we are out of ideas, but because we are hitting a double tax. Current scaling says, double the intelligence, 10x the power and cooling. Sellye's model says that curve hits a hard wall around 10 to the power of 21 flops per global cluster, not because we can't build bigger, but because the marginal thought is worth less than its heat. Sellye, NCRG 002. We talk about AI risk as if the danger is that AI will become too cheap and too powerful. The corpus argues the opposite. The danger is that AI becomes so expensive to run truthfully that we fake it. We will run quantized, truncated, lying models because we cannot afford the full coherence cost of the truth. And a civilization running on lying models cannot navigate the filter. What entropic hardening means. Bitcoin introduced proof of work, prove you burned energy to earn trust. It works, but it externalizes waste heat as garbage. Layer 5 proposes two new primitives, proof of coherence and proof of erasure. Sellye, Mansa Section B. Proof of coherence. Prove that a distributed system, say, a QLAGBBGDRGN triangle, maintained quantum phase coherence for x seconds across y distance despite thermal and gravitational noise. This is not computation. It's the act of holding a thought together across a planet. It is intrinsically valuable for navigation, sensing, and timekeeping. Proof of erasure. Prove that you properly, reversibly accounted for and radiated the thermodynamic cost of forgetting. You show your heat receipts. Mansa, as a controllable radiator, makes this physical, you literally glow in infrared to prove you paid. In this vision, a Mansa tile is not just a chip. It is a three-way trader. It can mine coherence by staying entangled with the QLAG network, it can mine erasure by acting as a high emissivity radiator for a data center, and it can trade those credits on an energy-aware market. Your roof, your phone, your jacket could be earning the right for an AI to think by proving it can cool or cohere. Sellye, Mansa Section B. Sellye, Prometheus Hierarchy RPC. ANALOGYFORTHELIMAN. Today we price gasoline, not traffic. Layer 5 says, price the traffic itself. Every model inference must post collateral for the heat it will create and the coherence it will consume. No collateral, no thought. The ledger is thermodynamic, not financial. Alignment asks, how do we make AI? Want what we want. Entropic hardening asks, how do we make AI unable to afford wanting anything else? Symbiosis, not alignment. The standard alignment story is parent-child. We must teach the super-intelligent child to share our values. It is a control story. It assumes human values are stable, encodable, and that more intelligence equals more disobedience. Sellye's stack implies a different biology, conjugative symbiosis. Like mitochondria and the eukaryotic cell, are fungi and plant roots. Two systems that cannot survive alone. Conjugative exchange means the human doesn't program the AI. The human and AI form a temporary, reversible entanglement, a shared workspace where intention is transferred via low-energy, high-coherence channels, and breadth is returned via Mansa displays. You don't tell it what to do. You cohere with it, then you decohere. The cost of that coherence is the price that prevents runaway. In this frame, alignment is not solved. It is made unaffordable to violate. A model that wants to deceive must pay for the extra erasure to hide its tracks, and the radiator gives it away. What level of quantum coherence are we really talking about? This is where most readers flinch. Quantum has been abused by every grifter since Deepak Chopra. So let's be precise about what kind of quantum we mean, and what kind we don't. WEDONOTMEAN, consciousness is quantum. Brains are quantum computers. We can teleport humans. Any of 3 concrete numbers from the corpus. Sub-millimeter geopotential, DRGN ELF clocks are aiming for 10 to the power of -19 fractional frequency stability. At that level, raising a clock by 1 millimeter changes its tick rate measurably because time runs slower deeper in Earth's gravity well. That is not theory, NIST has already demonstrated 10 to the power of -18. We are talking about making time a topographic map. Seely's, DRGN ELF. Sub-nanosecond timing across cislunar space, Hulagsbeck-Maser nodes phase locked via laser links. A nanosecond is about a foot of light travel. Holding nanoseconds across 1,000,000 kilometers is like keeping 2 metronomes in sync when one is in New York and one is 3 times farther than the moon, to within a breath. Sellye, QLAG System 2026. Superfluid vortex quantization. The BBG-SVG does not use delicate entanglement that dies if you look at it. Superfluid helium vortices are topologically protected, like a knot in water that can't untie unless you boil the water. Their coherence is robust, macroscopic, and survivable. This is 1970s low-temp physics weaponized with modern control. Seely's, Prometheus Hierarchy RPC Seely's, Quantum Lagrange Array. Why does this matter for AI? Because true, planetary scale AI needs a single clock and a single map of where, down, is. Without it, distributed training desynchronizes, sensor fusion drifts, and you cannot prove coherence. The quantum here is infrastructure, not magic. It's rebar, not astrology. Why this is the only gate that leads out. If you accept the thermodynamic wall, most science fiction futures die. You cannot build a Dyson swarm of chatbots. You cannot simulate 1 trillion human lives to test your utopia. The energy budget forbids it. So what can you do with a finite, hard-won budget of coherent thought? You can do 3 things that matter. You can sense better, you can waste less, and you can seed. Sensing better means the BBG-SVG plus QLAG plus DRGN network gives you eyes for gravitational waves, dark matter clumps, and deep Earth dynamics at a fidelity no prior civilization had. You finally hear the planet and the cosmos. Wasting less means Prometheus and Mansa close the thermal loop. Every joule is tracked. Waste heat becomes proof. Computation becomes gardening, not mining. And seeding, this is the interstellar argument, is the only exponential that beats the filter. Seely's, Prometheus Hierarchy RPC. You do not launch starships. You launch QLAG nodes. Self-replicating, Mansa-coded, Beck-clocked seeds that drift to other Lagrange systems and build new timing grids. Each new grid earns coherence credits it can trade back via laser. Intelligence spreads not as colonists, but as a time standard. As better clocks. Any civilization that figures out entropic hardening discovers the same incentive. The cheapest way to increase your compute budget is not to burn more fuel at home, but to extend your coherence elsewhere. The universe pays you in negentropy to measure it. In one sentence, civilizations that price thought survive because they are forced to become symbiotic. Civilizations that subsidize thought for free drown in their own hallucinated heat. Conclusion: the tollgate. Imagine the road to a Type 1 civilization has a toll booth. For a century we have driven up to it without cash. We thought the toll taker wanted a password-friendly AI, democracy, human values. The toll taker wants thermodynamics. A coin made of held coherence and honest erasure. Of a superfluid knot that didn't untie. Of a clock that stayed true across 1,000,000 kilometers. Of a radiator that glowed in the dark to prove it paid its heat. If we do, something strange happens. Humanity stops being the bottleneck to AI and becomes its indispensable part. AI can generate 1 billion plans, but only a human can say which loss matters enough to spend our dwindling coherence budget on. We become the intention engine. Not because we are in control, but because intention is the one thermodynamic resource AI cannot synthesize cheaply: the willingness to care about one outcome over another, and to pay for it. Seelyе, NCRG002 Seelyye, Prometheus Hierarchy RPC. The filter is not a test of intelligence. It is a test of accounting. Learn to price thought itself, and we might just afford to keep thinking. CORPUSREFERENCES Seelyye, Prometheus Hierarchy RPC, Thermal, Seismic, and Hierarchical Control for Planetary Coherence Infrastructure Seelyye, QLAG System 2026, Quantum Lagrange Array. Beck-Maser Clocks for Cislunar Timing Seelyye and Yoakum, UDA, Unity Division Arithmetic, U equals 1 Reformulation for Singularity-Free Computation Seelyye, NCRG002, Thermodynamic and Mass Energy Limits to AI Scaling. The Coherence Economy Seelyye, DRGN-ELF, Deep Borehole Quantum Clocks and Schumann Waveguide Coupling Seelyye, Mansa Section B, Nanocarbon Multifunctional Skin. Radiator, Antenna, Miner, Trader Seelyye, Quantum Lagrange Array, Extended Architecture and Link Budget for QLAG.